What is up, investors? Jason here. So this will be the last time, hopefully, that I'm talking about this subject because it is definitely a very dark time for crypto. And I'm someone that likes to be optimistic, and I would like to move on from this, or at least not focus so much attention on these subjects. Now, currently we have Bitcoin priced at around $28,000 at the time I'm making this right now. We actually saw Bitcoin drop as low as 25,000 in that range earlier. So we're definitely seeing new lows with Bitcoin over these last 52 weeks, and this is all from not just the volatility that we saw in the market previously before we saw the whole crash of UST and Luna, but that crash with UST has definitely sent things into an even more bearish market and raised a lot of flags and more concerns. And who knows what's going to happen with crypto after this, because this wasn't an attack. This wasn't something that just happened. There was an attack on UST, which then did crash UST, but also did send Bitcoin down because it took advantage of TERRA's peg and made it have to sell off the reserve of Bitcoin that it had there to sell off to hold that peg. So this sent a lot of Bitcoin out in the market, and it created a lot of issues for a lot of people. Now, other people are taking advantage of the situation and buying the dip and saying that, Bitcoin will recover, but we still have to think about the people that did buy UST and Luna. What's happening there for those people, and that's the sad situation out of all this. Now, I know this isn't a very happy discussion, but let's just go into what we know so far as to what has gone on. So as we get to it, if you don't mind, please do me a huge favor. Please be sure to smash, destroy, annihilate, or gently press the like button. Help me out with the algorithm. Help spread the content to more people that might find it interesting. And subscribe if you have not already. Let's get to this. Now, as many people know, UST and Luna worked hand in hand. Now, if UST was to go above the value of $1, then Luna holders would be incentivized to burn $1 worth of their Luna and acquire $1 of UST. This was the way that it worked. That's the way the algorithmic stablecoin functioned here. Now, in the case of everybody selling off their UST, that was a reverse effect that instead minted a lot of Luna supply and put on the market. Now, Luna was one of the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap just last week. Now, when we look at it, when it went from a price above $80, it's now currently priced at about 15 cents at the time that I'm making this right now. So 14 cents now. So a drastic change within the price of Luna. So this has caused a lot of people to lose a lot of money if they weren't able to catch this at the right time. So that's one of the big bad parts about this situation. So UST is an algorithmic stablecoin, so it's not backed by dollars. So it's more complicated. Now, currently, since UST has lost its peg, right now it's priced at about 46 cents at the time I'm making this right now. So it's still ranked number 17 as far as the crypto market cap goes, but it's come a long ways from where it was recently, in the top 10 as well as Luna. Now, we know the reason why this whole fiasco happened was because a short attack. There were two short attacks on UST. We know that now. So that news is out. Now, as far as who caused the short attack, there's been rumors about who it could be. BlackRock working with Citadel got Bitcoin from Gemini. That's been denied by all three of them. So who knows who this was? But as far as why would there be a short attack on UST, for what reason, what is there to gain from this? Now, the big thing here is that one of the things that helps back UST and Luna is the fact that there is a Bitcoin reserve. There was a lot of Bitcoin on the reserve in case if there was a large amount of selling off and the price was to be unstable, then it would be forced to sell off Bitcoin buy more Luna, and to help out with the peg, to keep the peg from dropping. Well, because of so much UST leaving the market so fast, this then caused a large sell-off of the Bitcoin. This caused, UST not to have it hold its peg. This caused Luna to crash. This caused, a lot of Luna to be minted because of this. And then a lot of UST, of course, hit the market. The Bitcoin reserve had to be sold off. So around $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin that ends up hitting the market, so flooding the Bitcoin market, and that drops the price of Bitcoin as well, and many of the altcoins and are moving along with what the price of Bitcoin is doing. So then they all tank. So a chain reaction ended up happening from there. So pretty much whoever caused this short attack was somebody that had a lot of money, a lot of UST on hand already, that was able to quickly withdraw it in 2 different transactions. And then this starts that whole chain reaction by people looking at it, people going, what's going on here? And then they also start selling. And that's how we saw this whole mess going. But whoever had that much UST was a big player. It was somebody with a lot of money. So, I mean, it could easily have been an institution, or it could have been someone that was, definitely in the top 1% themselves that caused this whole thing. But the thing is, this isn't regulated like stocks. Stocks have different regulations put in place. Whoever did this, they can pretty much stay quiet about it, and no one knows. So there's just a lot of speculation out there. There's a lot of theories out there on who did this, who caused this. But right now, nobody knows who did it. So that's one of the things that's up in the air. Now, I don't want to continue talking about these topics for too long. I think that the way I like to produce content is to keep being optimistic, and with all this volatility and fear out there, it kind of takes away from that optimism. And I just want to go back to that. So the next content I update, we'll probably just spend a little bit of time on this topic, and we'll start going off on talking about other cryptocurrencies like we do all the time. But anyways, I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions about what's been going on. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. New crypto related content coming out every single day. Thank you guys for watching and listening. I'll see you all on the next one coming very soon.